Al Graham for KPXC Radio, the only nuclear-powered radio station on God's green earth. There's a meeting going on here tonight about the sewage problem. That, well, let's see, in the 50s, guys, people were getting sick from it, and now it's 2022. Nothing has been done. Not one single thing. Just last week, Gavin Newsom declared, after a long silence on this issue with the pollution, the sickening pollution of sewage from Mexico across the border. He said this after a long silence. Inaction is what I call it. He came out and said, well, you know, it is an international border and we have no jurisdiction. We have no jurisdiction. If somebody can just release their sewage across the border and we have no jurisdiction. If somebody goes in that bay and puts a can of paint in it, oh my God, guess who's coming after you? You pollute this side of the border. The other side of the border has no sewage infrastructure. It flows over and it gets in your beaches, it gets in your water. Now they're talking about it just doesn't end there. Well, we know it goes all the way up to La Jolla when it gets so bad. We have to put signs up saying, don't go in the water. People are telling horror stories. And yet, Brian Bilbray, this afternoon, last time I was at a rally, Brian Bilbray said to me, you know, I've been swimming in this since I was 15, nothing ever happened to me. And I said, well, whose side are you on, man? Really? As a politician telling, not to the cameras, to me, that, you know what, I'm not happening to me, so what's the big worry? Well, I'll tell you what the big worry is. People are dying. People are getting sick. Our businesses are being ruined. You can't even go to Dog Beach for fear that the sewage is now in the sand. So we live in paradise, and yet we can't get a few people to do something. So my plan is this. I'm launching pirate radio. Yes, pirate radio. I'm going to sail my boat up and down the bay, broadcasting news on this 24/7. So people get so sick of it, they'll get up and do something. Who are you? I'm listening and making a comment. This is a television show we're talking. What? F off. I mean, go away. Don't be not in a nice way. I'm capturing the moment. Don't be bloody nosy. Who are you? Now we've got a presentation by a woman who is in charge of the master plan for the sewage compliance. I don't know why anybody's bothering. They're putting more sensors up to find out where the pollution is. We already know it is. We know where it comes from. We don't need sensors anymore. All we need is, hey, wait a minute, I'm filming here.
You're loud.
I'm quiet. Look, I'm whispering.
You're interrupting.
All right, I'll stand back. Don't close this bloody door. This is a public. You can't close the door. This is a public.
You can come inside.
I don't want to come talking. That's why I came out here.
You're interrupting.
I'll whisper.
Thank you.
F off. Trying to cut the public out because they're getting angry. That's the fucking citizens. The people here to complain are complaining that I'm talking. Oh, excuse me. Nothing comes of just sitting around like a bunch of corpses going through, oh, we're doing this, we're going to do that. It's been, people have been getting sick in this water. I'll give you a better one. 37 years ago, I said my kid kept getting a cold, both of them. I took the kids out because you cannot cut the public off. I'll come inside.
Carrie pretty much went through our entire system at the plant, which caused issues with pumps in the primary system and secondary system, and just entirely throughout the plant. So, and these are some pictures to to the left, of course, you'll see the dry conditions, and on the right, you'll see a picture of our bar screen area at the beginning of the storm. The red line is where the water got at the peak of the storm, which was approximately 8 feet.
So that was one of the citizens here to complain about the water, complain about me making a comment. Whose ears were hurt? No one except that nosy twat over there decided that public comment in the ears of the people sitting there. Oof, what a... I'm sorry I came to this meeting. Anyway, I expected nothing here tonight because I've watched this since I'm 59 years watching this and watching the same old stuff go on. Nothing. People are getting sick. It doesn't matter. It's all a bunch of flying horse pucky. Well, there you have it. I've had enough. It's a bunch of shit anyway, so I'm done. Who's that?
That's being taken is
The local media, they just like to, fluff
spread the
bits.
water over the valley.
This is Leon. He's got some good stuff to say, this man. He's passionate about it. He lives right on the water.
So what
And
happens is that during our 21 or 30 days of rain that we get a year, that basically that water races to the ocean.
so
So
you
to
got
spread
all the
the water
information, and it
over the
falls on
valley,
deaf
especially
ears
sewage-containing
because,
water, is a
well,
disaster.
nothing
That's
has
what we
ever
smell.
been done. It's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And everybody loves to have big meetings and they love to have a big conversation. Go ahead. But nothing ever gets done. It's like a giant wanking festival. Everybody comes in and wanks each other off and puts up these lovely charts. That doesn't mean shit because the proof is in the pudding. Nothing has ever been done in the whole 60 years that I can cover here. What a waste. And then, on top of it all, I was speaking outside of the door, and a nosy, someone who was in the audience, had the audacity to tell me, "Don't keep talking, we can hear you." Well, shit. I mean, oh, you can hear me? Oh my God. Bunch of goddamn bullshit. Anyway, that's my report. Al Graham for the KPXC Radio, the only nuclear-powered radio station on God's green earth. I came to a very disappointing meeting. Nothing but the same old shit I've seen for 59 years. Nothing's ever going to change. And there you have it, KPXC Radio.